In a quiet village nestled deep within the woods, there stood an old abandoned treehouse that loomed ominously on the outskirts. The village kids had always heard eerie tales about the treehouse, but none dared to venture near it except for a group of brave friends named Alex, Maya, and Jake. One gloomy afternoon, the three friends gathered under the oak tree near the treehouse. The wind whispered eerily, and the leaves rustled with an otherworldly sound. Jake, the adventurous one, suggested they explore the abandoned treehouse to prove that the ghost stories were just tales told to scare the younger children. With hesitant excitement, they made their way up the creaky wooden ladder and entered the musty treehouse. Inside, they found old toys, broken furniture, and dusty books scattered around. The atmosphere felt eerie, but they tried to shake off their fears, assuring each other that it was all nonsense. As dusk fell, the forest seemed to grow darker, and the treehouse took on an eerie glow in the moonlight. Suddenly, a strange noise echoed from the depths of the woods. Branches scratched against the treehouse walls, and the kids' hearts pounded with fear. Ignoring their growing unease, Alex suggested they tell ghost stories to add to the thrill. As Mia began a chilling tale about a ghostly presence that haunted the very treehouse they were in. The room felt colder, and the air became heavy with an unexplained presence. Just then, they heard footsteps outside the treehouse. Panic crept into their voices as they wondered who could be wandering the forest at this late hour. As the footsteps drew nearer, the door to the treehouse slowly creaked open, revealing a shadowy figure. Terrified, the friends huddled together, but they soon noticed the figure wasn't a ghost at all. It was old Mr. Jenkins, the village librarian, carrying a lantern to light his way. Relieved and curious, they asked him what he was doing there. With a gentle smile, Mr. Jenkins explained that he came to the treehouse every year on this night, the anniversary of his childhood friend's disappearance. They had been adventurers like them, but vanished mysteriously one stormy night while playing in the treehouse. Mr. Jenkins had never stopped wondering about their fate. He assured them that the treehouse was not haunted, but it held the memory of his lost friends, and his visits were a way to honor their memory and remember the joyous times they had together. As the friends listened to Mr. Jenkins' heartfelt tale, the eerie atmosphere lifted. The spooky stories suddenly seemed less frightening, and the treehouse lost its ghostly aura. They realized that sometimes the scariest things were only stories, and true courage was in facing their fears with open hearts. From that day on, Alex, Maya, and Jake visited the treehouse often, not as a place of fear, but as a reminder of the power of friendship and the importance of cherishing their time together. And so, the haunted treehouse became a beloved spot in the woods, where the village kids gathered to share stories, memories, and laughter under the watchful eyes of the spirits of friendship and camaraderie. The end. Or is it?